Welcome to Open Conversation. Have you ever pondered the origins of Black West Indians beyond the commonly known transatlantic slave trade narrative? In today's episode, we're embarking on a journey to trace the roots of Black West Indians, a voyage that will take us back to times long before the transatlantic slave trade. We'll be delving into the question, do Black West Indians have an origin that predates this well-documented era of history? You see, the history of Black West Indians is often associated solely with the transatlantic slave trade. While this period indeed played a significant role in shaping the West Indian identity, it's not the entire story. The rich tapestry that forms the cultural heritage of Black West Indians is far more complex, layered, and diverse. This exploration is not only about uncovering the past, it's also about understanding the present and paving the way for the future. By investigating the origins of Black West Indians, we can gain a deeper understanding of the identity of the West Indian people. It helps us appreciate the diverse influences that have shaped the West Indian culture, society, and individual identities. So how do we go about this? Well, we'll be turning to various fields of study, from archaeology to linguistics, from historical documentation to phenotype analysis. We'll also engage with experts and historians who have dedicated their lives to studying this very subject. We'll examine archaeological evidence that sheds light on the ancient history of the West Indian people. We'll look at historical records that reveal a complex tapestry of pre-colonial societies. We'll explore linguistic clues that hint at a diverse heritage beyond African influences. And we'll analyze phenotype studies that challenge traditional narratives of West Indian origins. So, are you ready to embark on this exciting journey of discovery? To look beyond the established narrative and uncover the deeper, richer, and more diverse origins of Black West Indians? Join us as we scrutinize archaeological evidence that unveils the ancient history of the West Indian people. This is just the beginning of a fascinating exploration into the roots of Black West Indians. Stay with us as we continue this enlightening journey. Archaeological findings provide a tangible link to our past. They reveal historical truths that often challenge widely accepted narratives. In the West Indies, these unearthed treasures provide a fascinating insight into the lives of the Black inhabitants before the slave trade. Consider the intriguing archaeological sites scattered across the islands. From the limestone formations of Barbados to the intricate cave drawings in Puerto Rico, these sites whisper tales from a time long past. Each artifact, each piece of pottery, each stone tool tells a story of a people who thrived before the ships arrived. They hint at a history that is far more complex and diverse than we've been led to believe. Think about the ancient settlements discovered in Trinidad and Tobago. These prehistoric communities, dating back thousands of years, reveal a society that was well established before the arrival of Europeans. They suggest a people with a rich cultural heritage, innovative agricultural practices, and a deep connection to the land and sea. Ponder on the ceremonial artifacts found in Jamaica and the Bahamas. These sacred objects, used in rituals and ceremonies, speak of a people with a profound spiritual life. They hint at a civilization that understood the cycles of nature, the rhythms of the universe, and the mysteries of life and death. Reflect on the skeletal remains unearthed in St. Lucia and St. Vincent. These ancient bones, some dating back to the first millennium AD, challenge the traditional narrative of West Indian origins. They reveal a phenotype that is not solely African, but a blend of different genetic influences. Each of these archaeological findings paints a picture of a vibrant, diverse, and complex pre-colonial society. They suggest that the roots of Black West Indians stretch back far beyond the era of the slave trade. They hint at a heritage that is as rich and diverse as the people themselves. Now, let's delve into historical documents that weave a complex tapestry of pre-colonial societies. Historical documents serve as windows to the past, offering glimpses of societies long gone. Now, let's peer through these windows and journey back in time to uncover the untold stories of Black West Indians. Firstly, let's discuss the Codice Kingsborough, a collection of Mesoamerican pictorial manuscripts. This document, dating back to the 15th century, depicts dark-skinned figures, possibly indicating an early presence of Black West Indians. The significance of this document lies in its ability to challenge the common narrative that Black West Indians only arrived during the transatlantic slave trade. Next, we turn to the Carta de Jamaica, a letter penned by Simon Bolivar in the 19th century. In this letter, Bolivar mentions the existence of free black communities in the West Indies before the arrival of Europeans. This historical document provides compelling evidence of a complex society that predates the era of slavery. And then there's the Relación de Michoacán, a 16th century Spanish document that narrates the history of the indigenous Purepecha people. Some scholars interpret this document as evidence of Black West Indians living in harmony with the indigenous population, further attesting to their presence before the slave trade. Lastly, we consider the Pictorial History of the West Indies, a 17th century document that illustrates a myriad of Black individuals engaging in various social and economic activities, suggesting a well-established Black West Indian community that predates the era of slavery. The context and significance of these historical documents are undeniable. They provide a rich tapestry of evidence that challenges the traditional narrative of Black West Indian origins. They reveal a complex pre-colonial society where Black West Indians were not just present, but actively contributing to the social, economic, and cultural fabric of the region. So, as we close this chapter, let's take a moment to reflect on the power of historical documents. They offer us a chance to read between the lines, to question the narratives we've been told, and to uncover the truth about our past. Next, we shall decipher linguistic clues that hint at a diverse heritage beyond African influences. Language, often overlooked, is a powerful tool in tracing heritage and lineage. When we speak, we echo the voices of our ancestors, and the words we use are often a testament to our heritage. The language of the West Indies is no exception to this rule. It's no secret that the languages spoken in the West Indies today are a blend of influences, with African languages being a significant part. Yet, there's more to this linguistic tapestry. Evidence suggests that there are traces of other languages interwoven into the dialects and creoles spoken across the islands. Let's consider some examples. Have you ever wondered about the origins of certain words and phrases unique to the West Indian vernacular? Many of these have fascinating histories that point to a wider range of influences in the heritage of Black West Indians beyond the African continent. Take the word cassava, for example, a staple food in the West Indies. This word has its roots in the indigenous Taino language, showing that the influence of the region's original inhabitants continues to resonate in the present day. Similarly, words like hurricane and barbecue, now commonplace in the English language, also originate from Taino. These words were adopted and adapted by the African slaves and European colonizers, ultimately becoming an integral part of the West Indian vocabulary. Another example can be found in the unique sentence structures and grammar rules that characterize West Indian Creole languages. These structures often mirror those found in languages from the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, suggesting a possible link to the indentured laborers who were brought to the Caribbean from these regions in the post-slavery era. So you see, language is more than just a means of communication. It's a living, breathing testament to history, a mosaic of influences that tells a story of migration, interaction, and adaptation. It's a key that can unlock the deeper layers of our heritage. Finally, we will delve into phenotype studies that challenge traditional narratives of West Indian origins. Phenotype studies provide a scientific lens through which we can explore our ancestry. These studies, which examine observable traits like skin color, hair texture, and facial features, have begun to challenge traditional narratives of the origins of Black West Indians. In recent years, scientists have been scrutinizing the genetic makeup of West Indians, tracing lineages, and unearthing surprising findings. Some of these studies suggest a more diverse genetic history than what we've been led to believe. For instance, certain genetic markers, believed to be unique to specific global populations, have been found in the DNA of Black West Indians. This suggests a complex tapestry of ancestry, with threads weaving far beyond the borders of Africa. So what does this mean for our understanding of West Indian origins? Well, it's like finding unexpected pieces in a puzzle. These genetic markers could hint at migrations, interactions, and exchanges that predate the transatlantic slave trade. This is not to diminish the impact of the slave trade, which undeniably shaped the West Indies in profound and lasting ways. Instead, these findings add new dimensions to our understanding of West Indian heritage, revealing a story that is more intricate and fascinating than we ever imagined. These studies are not without controversy. Some question their validity, arguing that they oversimplify the complex process of genetic inheritance. Others caution against using science to construct identities, warning that it may inadvertently reinforce harmful stereotypes. Yet, many agree that these findings, though potentially contentious, open up new avenues for discussion. They challenge us to reconsider our assumptions, to question the narratives we've been fed, and to embrace a more nuanced understanding of our past. Join us next time as we continue to uncover the truth and celebrate the rich cultural heritage of the West Indies. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more enlightening episodes of Open Conversation.